If there is going to be one solitary person who has convinced me that the public is justified in looking into Erika Kirk, it is Ben Shapiro, okay? Didn't like Charlie. You're telling me he's just obsessed with defending the honor of his widow? No, he's fearful. He's fearful of something about Erika Kirk. He just keeps calling out Erika Kirk on stage, demanding allegiance to Erika Kirk. Who are you? Actually, who are you? Why are you in this conversation? Why were you so quick to say that you would pick up his bloody mic and carry on? And didn't you just fire half of your force that was involved in Daily Wire Kids, only to then drop $1 million on Charlie's show? Again, weaseling your way into the chair when you weren't invited to go on there, but Matt Walsh was, because that's what you do. You wheel and deal behind the scenes to make people think that you're liked. It's embarrassing, really, Ben. It's truly, honestly embarrassing. Why are you not embarrassed to be alive? I don't understand it. Anyways, so his general demeanor is starting to make me think that there's something there, right? The Fort Huachuca thing, it's definitively Tyler being like Ben Shapiro's on stage, just calling you out again. I said to myself, what is his investment in this? Why do I feel like he's somewhere along the way implicated in something? Let me clarify. I'm not saying he murdered Charlie Kirk. Hey, did you see what's going viral right now on X? Which is that Erika Kirk lied about having not dated anybody before Charlie Kirk. And actually, I knew that she had dated somebody before Charlie Kirk, and I had never known that she had made that claim, and people were starting to make all of these videos about it and wondering if she had misremembered or whether or not she was telling an intentional lie about her past. Now, what I can say is that there does seem to be disparity between her version of events and other people's version of events. Definitively at that meeting, obviously, I've already intimated that to you, Andrew Colvett has a memory, Erika Kirk has a memory, and then the surgeon has a memory, right? I should also mention that the surgeon said, and again, this is through a third-party person, so it's on direct line between me and the surgeon, that he absolutely did not violate HIPAA when he suggested, hey, maybe it's a frangible bullet, but rather that it was a three-way call with him and Andrew and Erika. I don't know if he's telling the truth or if Erika's telling the truth and Andrew Colvett was flying blind. But, there's a disparity. And as I was looking at this, I sort of went, oh, wait, yeah, I do remember that Charlie told me about Cabot Phillips dating a girl. For some reason, I thought it was Sammy, the other girl that he had a crush on. And I was like, was it Erika? That's so funny. I'm trying to remember this. And then I saw a picture in somebody's TikTok of Cabot Phillips. And I hadn't seen him in a very long time. And he works for the Daily Wire. And he had a beard. And that was the thing that he kept saying to me, as this guy had a beard. He's around 37. Anyways, I sent him the picture of Cabot Phillips. And he says, yes, that's the person I remember being at the base. Now I'm like, that would be totally crazy. Maybe, again, this could be a lookalike. And so I messaged Cabot Phillips and did not get a response. I messaged Cabot Phillips twice today, actually, and asked him if he wanted to have an off-record conversation, because we can't just take that to the bank. Like I said, I am terrible with faces. So if I saw Cabot Phillips, I had to just from memory, there's 30,000 other people I would say it was definitely him too. And I can't trust Mitch's vision on this, but it at least is compelling. And I was like, let me do some basic fact checks here. What do I even know about this guy, Cabot Phillips? And I know that he does the morning wire at the Daily Wire. And I checked, and he's missing from the morning wire. He doesn't do it daily, but he does it enough times that I noticed that he is missing from September 4th to the September 10th on that show. And so I am looking to see, to just debunk or remove him from the picture, that and maybe to get a clearer understanding that maybe, Mitch thinks he remembers things. I mean, he's super detail oriented, telling me what kind of watch the person was wearing, because he was like, I was going to go up to him and I was going to say something. But I'm going, I don't know anything about actually Cabot Phillips. And it was very difficult to find any information outside of his father, who I found a lot of information about. Actually, he's a pretty big guy, taking a lot of money from the Adelsons. And he's definitely a neocon, I'll tell you that for free. So I thought, could this be the reason that, in my back of my mind, could this be the reason that Ben's having some sort of a weird spiral? Does he know something? Or is this just a case, and it could be, just be very clear, it could be a full case of Mitch misremembering, but I didn't give him the context. I didn't say this is Erika's ex-boyfriend from 2017. And I just found that to be interesting. And yeah, so I don't know what the reason would be to say that you didn't date someone. You did. And I don't understand it. I genuinely don't understand that at all. And the internet did pull this up, which I think we can show that. Yes, we're that couple who gets painting lessons together. There's a lot of social media activity between her and his family. I was also really compelled by how close she is with her cousin, this Nicole Rothstein, who defends her in the comments currently, by the way, and says, Erika, people were asking why it seems like now there's this bend towards Israel. And Nicole Rothstein was like, I'm her cousin. She's half Jewish. I did not genuinely, I did know that she was part Jewish. I don't know about any of this at all, but it is interesting that they had a relationship, and I don't know why that's being wiped from the memory. There's nothing wrong with having a relationship before you find love of your life at all. And so I'm hopeful that we can get some answers. And that's why I asked them publicly. When I can't get answers privately, I ask them publicly. Do you want to know why? Because I have a right to ask questions. And like I said, I don't like the way Ben is signaling that he doesn't want people looking into Erika. Okay. And when people start looking in, they then find that a Daily Wire employee dated her. So that seems interesting, to say the very least. And we should figure out, what's actually going on. Like, what is actually going on? He even says the Mossad. I never once said the Mossad killed Charlie Kirk. So was that by accident? Definitely starting to think in a major way that Israel's got something to do with killing Charlie Kirk. And the Egyptian planes, which we are putting the final touches on because I don't want there to be even one typo or mistake on this, that we're going to put up on our website. It leads you to Israel. It just does, okay? There's no question. That's why they were panicking about the Egyptian planes. Fort Huachuca is involved in lawsuits and sworn affidavits regarding 9/11. People who asserted that the prepping for that took place. The vibes are vibing here at Fort Huachuca. The more of it I learned about Fort Huachuca, and that's why we open you guys to this investigation to send us tips. And I would like to focus you on what we would like to learn. If you have concrete evidence of what occurred at Fort Huachuca on the early morning of the 9th, we want to hear from you. We do